Well, welcome everybody to Imagination TV. My name is Professor Hope, and we are back in this garage. About 3-4 years ago, we were in this garage, and I was just being birthed a little old puppet, and there was a pandemic raging, and people were freaking out everywhere, and understandably. And we just gathered onto this like tiny little screen and had a conversation, and we had to sort of escape some trapdoors, some pretty big trapdoors. Like being famous. We had to get rid of that one. Like being worried who's watching. How many numbers, tick, 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 how many views, tick, 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 tick. Oh, doesn't matter. The ideas matter. The work matters. Who's in the room matters. So we built a university, a real one, from 4 years ago from this little old garage and a few people around the world. We built a digital country, a real one. We built a new economy for the economics, a real one. Books got published. I got friends that were birthed. 20 of them. I know it can happen. I've seen it happen. And tonight it happens again. A miracle factory we talk about. Of course we talk about a miracle factory. Of course it's time for that. You silly humans, what did you do? Get distracted. Is that it? This amazing planet, this amazing universe, you got distracted and that was it. That's not enough of an excuse. The answers are here. Aren't they, Thomas? Tell us about the Miracle Factory and welcome to Imagination TV.
So good to see you, Professor Hope. It's an absolute pleasure. Last time we saw each other, we were in the same garage, somewhere in the neighborhood of your imagination. I think you were just having a chat with Jane Goodall, right? And now when we stretch out our arms and hold hands, we embrace the entire planet. Because I'm in Costa Rica and you're, I think, on the other side of this marble, right?
I'm in the bridge somewhere between. Physically, I think I'm on the other side of the marble in this thin blue wrapper that we've got in this old continent of Australia.
Floating around. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I think
well, you're right. So you were asking about the miracle, right? So we clearly have the sense that we somehow got distracted, like you say. There's a strong sense that we had that we only a miracle can really help us now. We need a miracle. So we decided, well, if we need one, then we should make some. And the best place to make things is a factory. So it became clear in our thinking that we should have a miracle factory, and maybe even more than one, many. So and then we were thinking, who is best at creating miracles? And as we were going for a walk in the park, we saw that actually life is best at creating miracles, right? Right? Because see miracles all around us. You're a miracle. Everybody on this call is a miracle. Every plant that we saw in this park was a miracle. So we thought, okay, why not create a miracle factory that creates life? And so we looked at how life does things. How life does things compared to how us humans have been doing things for the last couple of centuries. And we decided that if we start learning from how life does it, we could actually solve much of the things we created while we were distracted. And yeah, that's it. So we're creating this place where people can meet to create a foundation of a really fulfilled, thriving life, backed with focus on what actually matters, life. and from life, within life. Does it help you as a start, Hope?
Yeah, it makes me think about this. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm,
And how you all have your funny humans, like you've got your two ears,
mm,
one mouth, hmm,
mm.
feeling.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
and just, I mean, to think further. So let's say you want a home, right? You need a home. You want to start a family, right? And you want to have a beautiful home for your kids, right? You know that feeling, Hope?
I've got a son called Lion. He's
See?
lovely. Hmm.
And so you want to have a room full of sunshine for Lion to grow up in that house. And so you need a window, right? Right now, in our distraction, we think it's the best idea to create that window by using a lot of energy that we create by burning rotten algae, like old billions, millions of years old algae, and turn that from sand into glass. But as you mentioned, right, you have a heart and you have hair and you also have eyes and you have teeth and you have all of these things in your body already, so that if you look at it closely, there's hardly anything that you can imagine that you could need in that house that you cannot grow.
Can
Hmm?
you tell me before, like, because this is like I know we're going to get into the Miracle Factory, but like we're going to go to
Yeah,
a
yeah,
video
yeah.
and come back to it. Thomas,
Okay.
what the heck
Yeah.
is a tooth? If anyone can
What the
tell
heck is
me in
what?
the chat room what a tooth is, like, what are teeth? How did teeth happen? You made me think. I'm like, teeth. Do
Ah,
you have any? Look,
yeah, yeah. So humans.
no teeth. Actually, oh, sorry, Thomas.
No worries, no worries.
You know what a tooth is?
So they're so you know how plants get their energy? They get sunlight and CO2, and then they turn that into sugars, right? And you as a more advanced being, you have completely different ways of receiving energy, right? You just basically breathe love and air and turn that into energy that gives you life, right? So humans don't have that. So humans have to take things from trees, like fruit, for example, and then they have to make them really, really small and ingest them so that they turn them into energy. And the first step in that process is to break them in really small parts, as I said, right? And you need teeth to do that. That's teeth. Does
Teeth.
that explain that to you? Yeah, teeth.
That sounds like the perfect time to throw to our announcement video of the Miracle Factory and Imagination University working together. And then guess what? Because everything starts with a story, we're going to come back and we're going to write the future story of the Miracle Factory with a beautiful collection of guests from around the world. And because we should do it as a text, because text lasts longer and, you know, we shape the tools and then the tools shape us and blah, blah, blah. We're going to make a movie. All right, watch this announcement. We'll be back in a sec.
Well, what were you even doing here? Are you reflecting on life at their centre? The big fusion reactor in the sky. Better get into it then. Young people around the world, this is your moment to be able to create a miracle factory and a design that then young people all around the planet can copy and follow and make their own. Creating these civilizations where energy is centered. We're not extracting it, we're connecting with the different species, with the different energy sources, we're recycling and regenerating. 10,000 miracle factories all around the world, moving in relation with each other, with other species, and finding a way to crack this life-old universal code, energy. Energy. We're inviting you all to be a part of the world first. Imagination TV is teaming up with the Miracle Factory team to create a global design challenge. 25 young people in December on Imagination TV. Shh. The rockets flying around us, the imagination sparking, setting the design challenge for all young people around the world to follow. And maybe, just maybe, we'll move from protest to engineering, from politics to economics, and we'll find a way as a species, a collective planetary universal species, to perform miracles. Go get them, everybody.
Well then, okay, that feels like a pretty broad brief, and thanks, Professor Asterix, and very good work for I think the people that worked on Batman pulled that together, so well done. Holden, thank you, good work. Holden's behind the scenes, he did an edit on that. Thomas, let's do this thing. Let's get into the story, and I think
Okay.
we'd start to introduce everybody here who has joined us. So let's get around, and everybody who is here, we're going to say hello quickly, and we're going to say one thing. So this is the thing we're going to do. I'm thinking, as Professor Hope, I should give you the energy first and let the mind catch up. So if you don't know the answers, that'll come. But what I want you to start with is the biggest possible brief before I close it down. We live in the universe. So I want you to answer the question as you introduce yourself. What is a miracle factory you could build? Start there. Or a miracle factory you could grow. Start there. Just start with that little seed. And then some teeth will come. And then we're going to jump into a very, very fun design challenge. And then Thomas, if we go way off track, then you can bring us back around towards the end, or hopefully we've gone around off track as much as we needed to find the track that we're looking for. So if we can all just go around and introduce ourselves, that would be fantastic. So I'm gonna introduce the people that are here in this wonderful television show from around the planet. We've got Siaka. Would you like to say hello quickly? And what miracle factory do you think you could grow? And from what country are you joining?
Thank you, Professor Hope. I'm Siaka Farid-Ranyaga. I'm joining from Uganda. What miracle factory I could grow. I wish I could grow a miracle factory that produces smiles and teach people to share smiles once again. I think that's the miracle factory I would grow or build.
That's good. It's a one sentence answer. So let's keep this moving. And we're going to go over to Addie. Addie, can you introduce yourself, what country you're from, and what miracle factory you would grow?
Hi, everyone. I'm Adi. That's a complicated question for me. So I've been nomadic for the past 7 years, so now I'm in Norway. And the miracle factory that I would like to grow is one that is centered around life. So that means where people go in and feel that sense of expansion. That's all I want. Back to you, Hope.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you, and I'm looking forward to seeing what stories we'll weave and what comes from here. Maria, where are you calling in from, and what miracle factory would you like to grow?
Hi, I'm joining from Switzerland. I would like to grow a miracle factory where people don't see new ideas as strange things, as things that they need to reject, but as things that they can learn from and grow together.
I love that idea. Nabula, can you tell us where you're calling in from and what miracle factory you'd like to grow?
Hello, everyone. Me, the milk factory I want to grow, and it's to help those people who have no hope, those who feel down. That's all.
That's powerful. I'm on board with that. I'll work with you on that one. Lars, where are you calling in from? What miracle factory would you like to grow?
I'm calling in from Oslo, and I would like to grow a miracle factory for my children so they feel happy and safe every day, without no fear, supporting life.
I'm with you on that one. Marvel, what about you? Well, that's good suspense. I think you might be on mute, Marvel. Do you want to try that again?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you. Thank you so much.
All right, so my name is Ngobi Marvin Innocent. I'm streaming from Uganda, and Miracle Factory I would like to grow is something that's eco-friendly and visionary. Like it collaborates with IMAGI-NATION and being eco-friendly as well.
Yeah, I'm excited
Thank you.
for the energy potential of what that looks like, because it's only one rock that we're living on, and this rock's got so much energy from before and so much afterwards. And if we can be moving with those squiggly lines and maybe not with those boxes, maybe we can design more effectively. I love that idea. Thank you for sharing. Victoria, where are you calling from, and what miracle factory would you like to go?
Hey, Zumu. Shit. Hi, my name is Victoria Nakazwe.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Victoria Nakazwe from Uganda.
And we'll come back to you, Victoria, in a second. Blair, would you like to go next? Yeah, Blair, would you like to jump in? Victoria, sorry, it just cut out. We'll come back in a second. Okay, we go to Wilson. Wilson, what miracle factory would you like to grow, brother?
Hello, yes, I'm Wilson from Kenya, and my miracle factory that I would love to grow is a place for the young generation to learn eco-friendly ways of creating sustainable food systems, and a place for support in the community where we can learn freely and motivate each other.
Yes. Oliver, what about you?
Hello, I'm Oliver. I'm calling in right now from Germany, and the miracle factory that I would like to grow is one that connects society again with the natural reality of the world we live in.
Yes. Robert, what about you?
Hello, I'm also calling in from Germany. I would like to create a miracle factory that helps people find their soul, find their body, find their mind, and while being close to nature. Yeah, something of that sort.
I would like to visit that. Kanyego, are you there? Would you like to share?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Miriam Kanyago from Uganda. And the miracle factory I would like to go would be a safe space where everyone would freely express how they feel. And because people are too depressed and they have nowhere to express how they feel from. So I would grow a safe space. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And I think we have Brian. Brian, would you like to jump in? And then we might move into the next section. And the next section, now we've warmed up, is we actually created a bit of an experiment 4 years ago in this Imagination University world. We put a live Google Doc up and we wrote one word on top. We said, imagine. And we wrote the story of a feature film and we wrote it together. And we started with a group of people like this, a group of unlikely connections. And so tonight, this morning, today, this afternoon, wherever we are, we thought, let's write the story of the Miracle Factory, but let's write it as a movie. And let's let our imagination run off. Let's let the reality of the seeds that we've just planted there. Let's write some characters. And in 30 minutes, let's see what we can write and create together. So we're going to have some scribes that help us. I'm going to kickstart the story in a spoken way. Spoken? Yeah, that's what I say in puppet language. Okay. And then we're going to have the link live for those of you that like writing. So we'll share it live in the chat as well for those that are watching it on YouTube. And everyone that's here can be active. So you can be in that Google Doc wherever you are and writing whatever ideas you have. Anything that you've just shared there, write them as ideas, as bullet points. And let's try and get it into a story, because the story always shapes the story. So we either pick up the pen and write the story in the next chapter, or we play our part in someone else's. The network's sick, not people. The network we've inherited's sick, so we've got to shift it. If we think we can create different architectural designs for energy, let's write the story for it. And then we'll go away and our commitment will be, we'll go and make this movie. And then you guys, you have to play your part. Those watching it, those writing, and your part might just be writing it. You might not have to build it. Maybe your job is to hold that energy current right now and go, hey, I want to give a spark. I want a space for safety for my kids. I want a space for energy. And maybe that's enough, because maybe we'll pass it on to the builders and the notes will carry, and we realize we all don't have to be the heroes ourselves. If we actually get back in relation, billions of us, billions and billions of other species, we don't have to do everything ourselves. Just got to pass it on. So let's make a movie. We'll watch a little bit of how we made Imagine film just as a quick warm-up. It's a 4-minute and 33-second video. And for those that are here, we're going to go into a film and TV writer's room and you get your first film and TV credit, and we'll write the story of the Miracle Factory, and then we'll go away and make it. Let's watch that video.
During times of crisis, there is one skill that matters more than anything else. When everything is difficult and confusing, this skill becomes a force that can guide us forward, give us hope, and even make the impossible possible. This force is imagination. Imagination is only going to get more important. Nearly half of US jobs are under threat from automation. 60% of the jobs that will employ people in 15 years' time don't even exist yet. And the only thing that can't be automated is an original idea. During the pandemic, we released control and brought people together with a simple idea. We started with a blank page and with the title, Imagine. Then we brought in writers, thinkers, designers and artists alongside with the kids at AIM from around the world to write the script for the film, and over the course of a month, that's just what they did.
Let's just say a young person is laying in bed.
Late at night, sleeps, rustles around.
This huge claw comes up out of the bed
and just kind of pulls them.
Plunging into darkness.
The ocean kind of splits in three.
Maybe he is the bully.
Much as I love sea monsters, I think it's not enough like the bullies.
I want them to have a cool sidekick, and maybe it's like something from another world.
The alien dog should be named Death.
Around the neck of the alien dog is a ring that happens to look like a burger ring.
Him comes off the island with his dog and all of a sudden runs into this massive creature.
What's the creature's name?
Glob.
What does that big creature look like? How big is it?
Sammy Tyler.
With this rich collective intelligence, we then took on the responsibility to make a co-created film that money can't buy, where everybody gave a little bit along the way. We found Tyson Yunkaporta and the Others podcast, and then we helped layer Indigenous knowledge systems texts throughout this rich tapestry that the people had woven. And we ended up meeting the beautiful people at Vision and founding Imagination Studios. And from there, Imagine Film came to life, and this is where we've got to so far.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the writer's room, and the film is called The Miracle Factory. So where does it begin? Let's go. Siaka, what happens first?
What happens first, I think, is putting together like what we all think of what the Miracle Factory is. What's even a Miracle Factory?
The movie, it's a movie. Come on, start the story, Siaka. Start the story.
Oh,
start the movie.
Okay, start the movie. We are on the top of the rock out in nowhere.
Nowhere. Okay, great. Very good. Let's keep moving. Thomas, what happens next?
So in nowhere, there's a door that opens and Lala steps out. Lala has green hair to photosynthesize some energy. She doesn't find fruit, so she can still have energy. And then she swims in this vast ocean and finds a piece of plastic. And she nibbles on it for a while because her microbiome allows her to digest plastic and turn it into energy too.
Victoria, what happens next? Or anyone, feel free to jump in. So we've got Lala on a rock in nowhere. I'm interested. Miracle Factory, you call this story, hey? Addie, what do you think?
What I see is like items, objects flying around on that rock.
Like items from like a supermarket, like all like constructed items? What sort of items?
They're a bit more raw, might be like planets.
Plants flying around nowhere.
Planets, like
Oh, cool. What sort of planet? Real planets?
Yeah.
How old are the planets?
Older than we can imagine.
And what do you call the planets? What are three of their names?
I might need help with the names. Can anyone help me?
Yeah, I think Maria can help.
So 3 names for the planets are Septicus, planet Raw, and Scilicus. And so these planets are floating around Lala, and she has to decide where she is gonna go. And she's an amazing human, or no, she's an amazing being that can produce energy in all these ways, and she is looking for people like her, or beings like her.
Great, go Oliver, off you go.
And the way I saw this going after hearing that amazing introduction was also that maybe these different planets are different like dimensions or different ways with which the Earth could go, and Lala is able to foresee these different pathways surrounding her, and then she has to choose. Or maybe she can go to multiple before she chooses.
So take me to one of those potential pathways. Take me to the pathway you know the boat you are willing to happen the most. Take me to that pathway, Oliver.
Well, I feel like one would be super beautiful and where we succeed. Maybe one would be a bit more negative, and maybe it starts there on Septicus.
I'm gonna say yes and to every idea except for the negative. I don't think we need any more dystopian.
Okay.
So tell me about the beauty. Give me the beauty.
I think in the beautiful land, there seems to be a deep understanding at the core of communities to grow the food that they eat, the materials that they use, in a way that doesn't seem to come at a major sacrifice to the happiness and quality of life.
Great, Marvel.
Their families.
Yeah, we'll jump over to Marvel. That's beautiful, Oliver. Marvel, do you want to take us off? We're visiting one of these countries, so we're visiting Earth in a beautiful place. Lala's come to see it. Can you ground us in something like really practical? Like what would it be like in a place or a space that Lala's landing in? So you're watching a movie, you get inspired, but as Oliver was saying, there's challenges right now, right, for so much that we're facing. So what are like practical ways that a human being might be able to be watching Lala's journey and go, huh?
So Lala reaches this place and gets a chance to interact with the communities and gets to know how they live, how they manage to run stuff around. But then an idea strikes to her mind, and she's like, "I think I need help on this. I need someone." And she has to make things happen.
I love that. So maybe it's moving. Maybe if the film could and we could have that music and that noise come in at different points. It'd be like a theremin or different sounds that disrupt you. So like it could sound like a construction place, and then it could move you to another spot, and you pop and you pop and you pop. And I think that if it was a bit like what you suggested there, Marvel, to move, maybe Lala could be really fantastic, but Lala could be, you know, a puppet, or could be something that's a real device that we can move around, that can actually pop out, and we could send to each one of us a camera and Lala the puppet and document reality. Because someone was saying earlier, we've already got this knowledge on this planet, we've just sort of lost it. Is that what someone was saying? Or does anyone want to riff on where might Lala visit, and you know, what might it look like to see some of these practical miracle factories in movement? Lars, what do you think? What do you think could be some of the guts of the journey for Lala to find hope on Earth, to find those miracle factories?
I think the thing about Lala is that she had been searching around to find what this truly is, and as she becomes totally still inside herself, there's a crack in the entire universe, and everything turns totally white. And she just sees clearly that nothing is painted on reality, and we can design it exactly as we want to. So she starts to redesign the entire planet out of nothing being invented, just knowing that it needs to be utterly beautiful and in harmony between all creations and all life. And she starts to tell the story of how we could create a beautiful space, a beautiful home, where everything comes together exactly as we need it. Everything is designed as we totally want it. And it opens our hearts and our minds, and it's a totally new creation. And I see children sitting all around, sharing the voices of the world they want to live in. And as they speak it, it is created instantly. And if they design something in a way that should not be there, they just speak it out, and instantly it becomes something different. And they just run out in this world, and it's so beautiful to be there, filled with love, sun, happiness, and just what we need, nothing else.
Stephanie, Beck, I know that you're meant to be behind the scenes tonight, but I think we'd love to hear from you as the Vice Chancellor of Imagination University. I'm very lucky to work with you, Stephanie. I think that you run a great factory support for us as the professors, and it's a factory of soul, of art, of story, of reality, of imagined to real, just like Lars was saying. And so I'd love it if you could paint a bit of a companion for our friend. What does our companion look like along the journey?
Yes, I have offering, actually, thank you, Professor Hope, for bringing me in. I picked up a thread, actually, of a story that already exists when we were looking at this. There was a line on the bottom of the page of this like run sheet template, and it said, a young whale wanted to meet the moon. So I think I might bring that forward. And I painted this morning, actually, which represents this meeting. We had a yarn with our Global Inc. Board meeting over in the US, and the sun was coming up for us and the moon was coming up for them. And we're talking about all these incredible relational webs that happen when you dance and play drums into the ground, and how that feeds energy back into the mycelium and all the networks as well. So yeah, maybe I'll offer that. How's that for you, Professor Hope?
Oh, love. I love it. I love. Magic. Kanyego, would you like to share, or Wilson, would you like to jump in with where the story could go next?
Yeah, and Lala feels some kind of way, and she tries to think whether she fits in the environment where she is. If everything around her makes sense, she tries to pick things out of the environment she is.
No.
And she really fails to connect. So she tries to think what the friend thinks about her. So Lala looks around, looks at her friend, and realizes they're two different people. in the same environment cannot understand if they think or feel the same way, but there are two people stuck together. Someone pick on from there.
Yeah, great.
Just sin and offering. Sorry, Hope, jumping in. Just sin and offering.
Don't you ever apologize for just doing the work, please. You know how hard it is to stand up like this my whole life. Please, Siaka, carry on. That was wonderful, Kenyego. Keep going.
Oh, thank you, Hope. As Miriam was saying, Lala finding a friend, I saw an offering in the chat where Sandra suggests like Lala's friend is water. I found that intriguing and interesting. If Lala's friend is water, maybe someone can pick up from there.
Well, if Lala's friend is water, then the message is we have to get back to the water, and we have to all be shareholders of water and connected to the species in the water, and we have to swim with the platypus and talk to the whale and dance with the dolphins, and then that we have to be able to see those dolphins as an opportunity to go on a quest to go and find the moon banana, and then that we could sing a song that goes, one day, moon, one day, moon banana. They went and visited like a dolphin, and they went up to the moon to find like, and play a game of like keepy uppy with a star, and that could happen in between. But yeah, I think the shareholder's the ocean,
That reminds me of one of the first miracle factories. It happened that there were two miracle factories in Costa Rica. One up in the north, where it's really dry, and then one up in the south and north, and one in the south where it's really wet, and there's a watershed from the highest mountain in Central America to the ocean, and it's a functioning, healthy water cycle there, and the water that goes into the ocean spreads all across the world. That's the only place in the world where there's a watershed feeding the entire planet. There's a current going out from that specific place into the entire world. And that's how the idea of the Miracle Factory got spread all over the world and reached every last place on the world through water.
I love it. And because we have 7 minutes to finish the film story and then we'll go away and make it, how would this end? Take us to the end. So maybe someone who hasn't shared yet, if you want to jump in, or if someone feels the answer.
I think we started at the end. I think we started at the end, Hope.
Okay, well, let's flip it. What's the beginning? So who is the human being at the beginning that is dreaming of Lala? What are they like? Where are they based? What's their name? What's their story? What bed are they lying in? Is it a bed? Where are they sleeping? On the street? Under a tree?
Oh, they're living in the tree, Professor Hope. Inside the tree.
But it's not one. It's not one. It so happens that there are several people. I think one is called Namu, and I think the other one is called Ollie, and then I'm pretty sure there are more that somehow
called Blair and Addie and Maria and Lars.
Oh yeah, I know these people.
And Susie and Farad.
Can we have Marvin?
Oh yeah, they're there. And maybe they're all in the trees. Maybe they're all in the trees and feeling a frequency inside, and maybe that frequency awakes the moment in time. Okay, now this is a fun bit. Say whatever you ever wanted it to be in a story. You got 4 minutes, whatever you want. It doesn't even have to fit into this. Put it in.
Magic.
Yep, what was that bit?
Pew, pew, pew.
Magic.
Okay, pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
And magic? Okay,
And
magic, we can do
And
magic.
magic, we can come.
Yep, definitely. Pew, pew, pew. Magic. What else do you want? What else do you want in this movie?
A Big
Nature.
Bang.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs can do that. Yep, what else?
Nature. Flowers.
Flowers, I love flowers. Yes, it definitely must be. Flowers must be central. Flowers must do the magic. And pew, pew, pew. What else?
Add some butterflies.
Butterflies. What sort of butterflies? What color are the butterflies?
Orange and yellow. I don't know.
And what language do the butterflies speak?
They speak in black rainbow language.
Of course they do. What else do you want? What else do you want in the movie? You got 3 minutes left. Come on, you're running
The
out.
ocean with
Please, all speak at once.
Holden's go.
Nothing, nowhere, and no one around the campfire.
Warm rain.
Warm rain.
We want singing fish in the oceans.
ocean with waves, like slight waves,
Yeah, I love that. 2 minutes.
and maybe a dolphin.
A dolphin.
Singing fish.
10 fish?
I want fish that can sing in the ocean.
Yeah, singing fish. I want them to sing like in the ocean, and then I want them to jump through time.
Yes.
Definitely you've got to jump through time. Oliver, what do you got?
Can we have a talking bird?
Yeah, we can do that.
And a caterpillar that talks too.
Okay. All right, now in the chat, if you can just write the start of the song that we have to sing. So Lara's going to start with or finish with a song. So if you can just write it together. Someone, yeah, okay, and I'll start singing as the word going. Talking caterpillar walked away with no shoes from the past, no shoes from today. That walking caterpillar just wanted to belong. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba, why don't I have shoes? Ba 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 ba, I am hungry. Ba 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 ba, where did you go? Ba ba, it says, dear Lala, Lala, love you, Lala. The sand was moving, the trees were green, but there is hope. That's me. Okay, here's my promises to you. We're not going to mess with your dreams. Those of you that are watching this live or afterwards, we take them very seriously. So we'll go away, make this movie. The second thing is we have to take this energy and move. So we're going to offer an invitation for everyone watching this, for everyone a part of the show right now. In partnership with the Miracle Factory, Imagination University is going to offer you a visa to a new country, Imagination, which has just been birthed. Either a visa to be an Imagination president to restore custodial economics and to apply your theories and your ideas and your practice. Move it. Move it yesterday. And if you're too old to be an Imagination president, then be a systems change leader and move it yesterday. Make that Miracle Factory real. That sentence that you offered, that dream. And we'll work with you on the engineering. We'll support you with the network and alongside the Miracle Factory team over the course of the next 12 months. When we come back to this show 12 months from now, we'll have a movie. We'll have action. There'll at least be 10 more Miracle Factories. I know it. I know they're here. You'll make it real. You'll do the work. You'll find the way. You'll do the work. You'll find the way. Small story before we finish. 10 hours ago, our team in Australia had never done a live stream before. And they said we should cancel it. It's not working. I said, oh, maybe try a little bit more. We only have 3 guests. 10 hours later, we have a live stream, 13 guests, a feature film, Imagination presidents, systems change leaders, sparks of more Miracle Factories. It's when it's closest to finishing, when it feels the hardest, like you want to give up, that the breakthrough's around the corner. Do it. Do the work. Find the way. Force it to happen. We'll be here with you. Invitations will be coming to you, and for anyone watching, you can head to aimmentoring.com and we'll support as a network underneath this with Imagination. We're so excited, Tomas and Lars, to work with you on the Miracle Factory project, and to everybody here, thank you for joining us on Imagination TV. And the final bit, Humanity never fails, Siaka says in the quote. Well, I would disagree, Siaka. The only time I'll be a contrarian. We fail so often, and that's one of the things that makes you guys so beautiful. It's what we've observed. You fail. You can be so stupid. But you got heart. You care. You love. You feel. You get back up. That's why I can't leave your planet yet. You still got that spirit. 2 ears. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Thank you for joining us on Imagination TV. Thomas, any final words?
Thank you so much for guiding us today, Hope. And the other concrete offering to get together here in the Miracle Factory on Imagination is to help build the Miracle Factory in Costa Rica. So anybody who feels a calling to imagine a way into reality of what a real Miracle Factory in Costa Rica will do, and then elsewhere, the 10 ones you talked about, right? We already dream up where they are, and we have some exciting places for them. Everybody should come and play and imagine with us and build.
Yeah, we'll invite this group of wonderful guests we've had on the TV show to be a part of that design lab with you for Costa Rica, and just be connected into a thread and build those weaves, and then away and 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 away. Good night, good evening. Thank you for joining us on Imagination TV. You've been great. Let's make Imagine real.